he's still some size, especially in the arms, is missing. When
It's
you,
not the biggest Samson we've seen.
Mhm.
But the
It's a
legs were
good,
not his.
it's a good Samson for sure. You had a long break?
No, well, I mean,
Look at
I
that
had a long,
top
I had
left
a,
picture right there.
Yeah.
Shit. And the condition on top of it.
It's always crazy condition, always.
But it was,
hey,
listen, in pictures, it looks crazy on the picture, right? But in person, this dude was like, I was like, God. And I'm not easy to be impressed, by size but that was from top to bottom, front to back. He was fucking unbelievable. Um, Prague, man.
Some of the stuff came and happened that we said. Like, what if he loses? What if he don't win? What if he don't it don't turn out the way uh Samson wanted it to be?
Yeah, I mean, but this is what, what was to be expected. If you lose size, it's hard to bring him back. And Amino's mentioned that too. He said he's possible for he will get back to his size, and he was much bigger, but he's still not quite the Samson that we know, but better than the Olympia.
Yeah, can I rewind it a little bit? Because I want to remind you. You were suggesting that, oh, he should just jump on these shows in Prague in 2 weeks and to redeem himself and stuff like that. What did I say? If you listen, he has nothing to gain and a lot to lose. I didn't want to say exactly that Martin would be dangerous and possibly Keone, but that was good Samson, but that's not the best Samson.
I know, but I still believe that it was good for him to do it to don't go out like he did at the Olympia. You
But we
can't.
never seen but we never seen a Mr. Olympia lose after they obtained the title of Mr. Olympia. Never seen
All
him
right.
lose like that.
All right. Big shout out to Samson for we've never seen a Mr. Olympia put his throw his name
Yes,
into the mix like Samson. He's not afraid to go anywhere and compete like
absolutely.
no other Olympia ever before. So I got to give him that.
Lee Haney did one European show up to one Olympia. I forgot, I think in Sweden or something, like right after the Olympia. So he did, and Dorian did, and Jay Cutler did. So I was with Jay
Yeah,
2006.
one show, one show. I
No,
mean,
I mean, Jay did the whole tour with you in Austria, and then Romania, and then
no, 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 no. It was only Austria. There was no Romania.
I, you didn't go to Romania. We went. I
Was
went
it?
with Jay. I put the collar in him.
I
Ron
didn't.
went.
That was the same year.
That was the same year. You just chose not to go.
Huh.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And then
Huh.
there was a Dutch Grand Prix. But let's get back to Samson. I'm just going to say this. I think that he should have won still. You know, for me, but and I'm sick and tired of people saying bias coach and this and that. Obviously, I'm not his coach. Obviously, as some people would say that I should be maybe bitter because he left me, and then I should speak badly of him or something. No. I watched the show and judge as I would judge. For me, shape, aesthetics, proportions, balance with enough size and enough conditioning should be winning the shows. It was not a conditioning show. And I do want to express that neither you, Dennis, Chris, or myself were judges. And that's why I put on some of those Instagram posts. We
Hmm.
watch the show, we don't really dissect it. We don't really compare all those small little details and then maybe put the points. And now we know why, for example, Derek beat Hadi and Andrew. So first impression, you can judge a certain way, but then when you really deeply analyze it, you can change your mind. So in this one, you didn't watch the prejudging. I sent you some videos,
No,
and
because the live stream again wasn't really that great, but I'm prepared today, so we have some footage from rep one
oh,
that when we're sitting right in front of the stage. So, Carter, if you can start with bringing on Samson when he came out for his routine, just from the beginning when he walks out, so we can just see, and then there you can see the difference in condition. The stuff that you didn't really see on the live stream. But it was compared to the Olympia, much better Samson. I mean,
I
it's
mean, look
just
at his body, man.
mm, he's still some size, especially in the arms, is missing. When
It's
you
not
look
as big as Samson we've seen.
Mhm.
But
it's a
legs were
good,
not his.
it's a good Samson for sure.
Yeah, it's very good. I thought this was sufficient to win. And he lost by 1 point in prejudging, 1 point at the
Mm.
finals. It's not like, oh, he was smoked and he lost. It was super, super close. And then
Nobody said he was smoked. I mean, I don't think anybody said.
look at that. I mean, everything is happening. Look at hamstring glutes, sweeping quads. I mean, even some strided lats all the way out.
Yeah. So, Carter, if you can slide one to the next one right now, because we're going to look at comparisons after, but the next one is Martin
Hey,
right
wait.
after.
But if you look at some of the points in the abs, in the serratus and obliques, unless he was going directly like this, he
Yeah.
wasn't really connecting with that.
You will
That I
see,
thought that hurt him.
we can see more in the comparisons.
Yeah.
I
The
thought
next
that
one.
hurt.
Yeah, here's Martin.
He is maxed. This is as perfect as he can get. I mean, super condition, super fullness, super separation.
Yeah, and and he was more conditioned than Samson.
Yeah,
And I think that's what got him the edge this time. I mean, we can only judge from the screen, but like I said, from you got to talk to people that were there and that said that how impressive Martin really was. But then again, Samson to me must have been just as impressive. Just the change from they both came in better than the Olympia. And nobody complained about Martin at the Olympia. Everybody thought Martin peaked at the Olympia, but I got to say, he looked. I mean, there was a significant difference between the Olympia
yeah,
and Prague,
yeah. This
especially
is
the
much
fullness.
better here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much better in Prague.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he has a tendency sometimes to be fully loaded with glycogen and lose the separation uh, and striations on the quads. This time he
Mm.
didn't. They fill him up just enough. He didn't need to be any fuller. The most muscle you're going to see is striated pecs all over,
And
feathered quads. Look
and
at
where I really saw the difference, because this is much better quality than the live stream. Where I really saw the difference was when you see them go to the side. You can see the difference between him and Samson condition wise. So I don't
yeah,
think that this is anything for Samson to hang his head, because he came in much improved from the Olympia, and we know that he can be even better than this. So um, I'm excited for the Arnold if everybody's jumping in. Who's this? Is this Crizzo?
yeah. Okay, Keone. Now, okay, what do you guys say for Keone?
Here's Keon. Well, I still believe that Keon should have beat Crizzo, number one, just based off his body alone.
Hmm.
You know, and I'm not sure why he was not even considered to beat Crizzo. So I mean, I'm not going to say anymore because I wasn't there.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
What do you say wasn't considered? Because
He,
I
he
mean,
didn't
he
really
was
get a
fourth.
chance to fight for third place, I think, because he was straight. Actually, he was tied with the fifth place going into the finals.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
And even the guys that were doing the live stream, the guy was talking, they kept saying, why is he not moving Keon in to compare? They didn't.
people
This
wanted
was,
to see that.
by the way, I have to say that was most irritating commentary in a lifetime of a television, not just bodybuilding. I
Why?
mean, you just wanted to tell them, shut the fuck up already, you know? So they're going into the poses like, Raf Diesel going into his
Yeah, they were
masterpiece,
cheerleading.
and they're commentating his moves. Uh,
Yeah,
Shut
they
the
should
fuck
have.
up, let us enjoy it.
They should have not talked so much over, especially the routine. You let them go. But yeah, but I thought Keon. I thought Keon looked great, but he does.
Keon.
You can see there's an issue with the
Boy,
abs. He needs to get that
What's
fixed.
happening?
yeah, that's
Hey, I lost you guys.
What?
I'm seeing the white screen.
Oh, really? I see
you
you.
could just
Everything.
you could just
You
tell
see me?
he's
Yeah, we see you. Nothing's changed.
Okay, then
It's good.
I'm not going to touch nothing because
You can tell he's really thinking about his abs a lot when he's
Yeah,
posing
he's covering. You can see he's covering up. You know,
all the
it's
time.
obvious. It's obvious, but he needs to get that fixed because if not, then he can't go any heavier. You know, he needs to really. You know, I hope he gets it fixed so he doesn't have that issue. But for me, the guy that stood out the most was that guy from Spain.
Joan. But okay,
Let's
just
let's check
Yes,
out
okay.
Prizo.
No, just rewind this for 5 seconds, Prada. Just 5 seconds back. Just let him walk out one more time. Okay.
Gotta stop it though.
Yeah. Look at the physique. Come on.
this looks crazy.
This got great. Yeah, but he cannot stand like this all day.
You could.
I mean, the double
All right.
biceps looks
If I
crazy.
was him, I would come out most muscular and I would stand there and not move. I don't care what pose they call.
Yeah,
No,
this looks
he's
crazy.
in shape. He just doesn't have the shape.
This looks crazy.
Yeah.
This looks good.
And that's it. And
That's
that's
good.
most muscular. That's all his shots, Milos.
He does side triceps is
He
decent.
improved.
I
He,
still I
Yeah,
think he can still improve, man.
he improved his
back
back.
double is improved. Look at
You have
that.
to know exactly how to pose that body, I think. Exactly,
This
exactly
is
what you're doing.
improved.
Improved his back. I can see that. But when you stand from the front here, this is not better than Keone, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. This most muscular pose is
Milos, are you saying that he's a better bodybuilder than Keone?
no. So let's rewind this. Okay, let's rewind it. Going
Uh,
into the Prague, you guys were saying that yeah, Keone is winning the show. He is the best bodybuilder in the world,
I
and
didn't
What
say
did
the
I
best
say?
bodybuilder in the
Who said
world.
who said he's winning the
I
show?
never said that.
most
Yeah, I didn't say it either.
okay. Well,
I had Samson winning.
Jose was. I mean, if you look,
Jose said that, yeah.
Jose said yeah. I said
here
Sam.
it is. Uh,
You need
you
to
you kind of implied that Dennis along the way, and I don't blame you because all of us kind of did. All of us.
I never said that.
Listen, I
Okay.
said, you know, when I said he's going to win before I found out that Samson and Martin were in the show. You know, and even with Martin, I would have still believed
Uh,
I believed that
Uh,
Keon could beat
it-
Martin.
but it was a big hype train for sure. What is that pose? Shit.
Hey,
Cianteric.
go, Carter, if you get a chance, move up to the comparisons, the first call up. I mean, whatever the confirmation round.
This is
Yeah, I mean,
Cianteric is great.
but look, if you look at Keon,
Yeah.
he's not 40, 50 pounds lighter. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it.
He's
he
much.
looked like he gave away a lot of, I don't know.
I was telling you guys after Kerry Baggio looked great in Texas,
Okay,
but
hold that pose there. Hold that pose.
Can just disappear though. That looks like a lightweight going up against heavyweights.
yeah, listen, Keon is
They were a boxer.
two-dimensional. You know, in two dimensions, if you shut the lights and just look at the silhouettes, he has a great V taper, lat spread, the double biceps. It looks fucking crazy. But three-dimensional, you can see that he lacks that thickness that Martin and
Oh
Samson
yeah. The actual meat, the meat on the
Meat.
back is not the same.
yeah, meat.com. Yeah. So
But it looks like Martin has more meat than both of these guys.
Martin has more meat than Samson.
Than Samson. Samson don't have enough meat for that frame, I think.
Yeah. Martin has the best back double biceps out of all of them right now because he has that thickness that Samson is getting. He's gotten better over the years, but you can still see the difference.
See, like
Martin is more 3D right now.
for Martin's frame, Dennis, he has a sufficient amount of muscle on his back. The frame for Samson is not the same. The frame from Keon is not the same in this photo.
All right, let's roll. Keep rolling. Let's see. I mean, listen, it was a great show. I'm totally fine with Martin winning this one. After looking at pictures, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Martin wins because
okay, stop right here. Stop right. I mean, lat spread. Samson has a greater extreme and V taper, smaller waist.
but lat spread,
See
Keon
right
wins.
here.
Keon beats all of them in the lat spread.
Yeah, because you see the last spread on
in 2D,
on-
Dennis. In 2D.
Look.
the way he
Look.
stop
What do
right
you
there.
mean?
Stop right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
You see,
How many pounds of lats do you have here? And how
I
many pounds of
but you
lats?
see, but listen, looking at the small weights on both of these
Yeah.
guys.
I don't put him
In
on the
the
scale, but if I
in the
look at
last
this,
spread is not the same.
huh?
In the last spread is not the same sentiment as the back double bicep. Because in the
Yeah.
last it was not the same. And all three of these guys, I would like to see more definition in the last spread, like a line down the middle of the
But
back and
Chris,
separation.
if
Yeah.
you see them now, who has the better lat spread? Who wins that shot?
If I had to judge it, uh, I would say Keone.
Yeah, I would say the same. And I'm not looking at glutes and who has better striations. I'm looking at the overall pose. Milo's is the same. He just don't want to say it right now. That's
I
all.
mean, I can see the argument. By all
Yeah.
means, listen, I love Keon. I absolutely love Keon, and I was looking forward to this because we all know how dangerous he could be. But as I was saying, wait until he stands next to those behemoths, the big guys. Then you can see
Mhm.
the difference in what is 212 and why we said before the 212 Flex Lewis never entered the open show because he knew that he had no chance to make a top six.
I'll tell
Okay.
you this. I'll tell you this though. If that Spanish guy ever puts it together,
Yeah, he will. Listen, the Johan Pradels,
he puts it together, they're in trouble.
he has a gym. He just made a gym. He lives in it, in his house, state-of-the-art gym. He lives, breathes, trains, and loves bodybuilding. He is that kind of guy.
You
He
know this
lives
guy?
in Poland.
When he stood next to Samson, I was like, he was going pose for pose with Samson.
Hey, Milos, do you train that guy?
I trained him like maybe 10 times. I tell you, first time,
Oh,
like,
so you came to did some workouts with you, but
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're not
First,
coaching.
let me tell you this funny story because first time he called me like 3 years ago, he wants to do the legs and let's meet at the Dragon's Lair. Great. And he comes with a t-shirt, fuck your idols. You know, that's his brand, fuck your idols. Like, oh man, okay, you're gonna have a long fucking day. And of course, I made him puke like 10 times. But along the way, I started loving the guy. And because of this crazy workout, he came back to me for like 8 days straight. I trained him every single day, and he wanted me to kill him.
So this was one of them that say, I'm gonna take it. That's
I'll
what I,
take it. Yeah. He couldn't wait for the punishment.
There's a
Hmm.
lot of guys don't want to take it. I'll tell you that right now.
I only ever met one guy like this who would come back just to get destroyed. Really, literally, where everybody else would be like, "Oh man, oh my grandmother's sick. I got to do this. I got to train later." And this dude from Brazil, Joel Vieira, I tried to kill him and I couldn't fucking get him.
Yeah.
It's like that. He will go to the fucking end, but he will not be done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had it
Like
one.
you little son of a bitch. The
Wait,
more, so he got more intense every fucking day.
yeah,
He
yeah.
came, he kept coming
When
back.
I used to work in a hotel with a guy that was my training partner. He had no physique, but he had a lot of heart. And
Mm.
he would just fucking squat till he would drop to his knees. He would just squat,
Keep
squat,
going.
squat. And he knew he was gonna do it. He knew he was gonna fall to his knees. He didn't care because we had the racks that's gonna save you. And he would just go to failure with it. Just
Yeah.
go.
And how many people really do that? Everybody says it, but how many people do you see really do that? Go to failure, recover for 2, 3 minutes, and do it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But let's give credit to all the guys. There was like easily 15 guys in top shape that look fucking crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, top 10, from Jan Turek to the Polish guys and the German guy.
In Buddhism.
Yeah, Tim Bellisham
Hey,
looked great. Yes.
Yeah. And
yeah, and Chris did improve. He improved his body. I know it's still a far shot from winning a championship, but he did improve.
Uh, who?
Crizo improved
Oh,
his
Krizo.
physique.
Krizo looked great. I'm serious. If Krizo, okay, he just can pull out the lats a little bit more and manage to
And you gotta pose that
get the
body
obliques
exactly right.
in,
You have
you know.
no room to be thinking you don't have to. You have to pose it exactly right.
Yeah, yeah. But he has
Done.
this freaky ability to be super conditioned. When you see him, that super thin skin with Samir says onion skin and fibers all over the place, and then round muscle bellies like chest, shoulders, arms. And man, I mean, he improved the legs. I'm serious. When you look at those are
Uh,
pretty good legs.
Right, yeah, yeah. Hey, so where does this Keon hype die down, you guys think?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's dying down. He's still for me one of the best bodybuilders in the world. But, and I saw it this time again, he needs to get this fixed
Yeah.
because he's covering it up every second. He's
And
starting
then
to
when
do
he's not,
something
yeah.
that Derek is doing. He's holding this in because when he's in the vacuum, he's fucking phenomenal.
But
As soon
can
as,
that be fixed through
oh,
operation?
huh?
Can that be fixed through operation?
I think there's a spot in
I
Brazil
mean,
where
what can be done? You're gonna cut it and
they kind of bring it back together. Yeah.
but it's so risky, isn't
I
it?
don't know. I don't know. It's like an hernia surgery, I
And
think.
then where you gonna go from there? Like you not can't eat past a certain amount of food, or you're not like what
I
are
don't
you?
know, bro. I don't know. I never had it done before.
I don't know, but let's face it. Last year he controlled it perfectly,
No,
perfectly on
but it was
stage.
spread open more this time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Last year that was not visible because he had that vacuum and flat abs, and when he turns around, he was breathing properly. He never came out. This time, even side triceps, I could see it. That didn't look that great. But remember how Lee Haney was saying this is Excalibur, and he doesn't need to put another pound. Okay,
Right,
because
right.
when we look at him, it's like, yeah, that's a perfect physique. But when 212, there's not even 212. If he would be bone dry, he would probably be 208, 9, right? Stand next to the 300 pounder.
But how many 300 pounders are there?
Okay, here it is.
Look, look, look.
Samson,
Who
Andrew,
won? Who won the Olympia? Who was what? 235?
who?
Derek.
Derek,
Eric, yeah, yeah. But
So don't have to be
so
300 pounds.
But think about this. So we say 212 Derek went into the first Olympia and placed second. And then next year he won. Like, oh, he's so close. 212 Hadi went to Vancouver, won the open show, but then decided to go to the open. But he was close to 212, 15, 20, maybe. But they were bigger guys. Keone was never that big. When you see Derek back in the day, 3 years ago, uh, guest posing 240, and he looks like ready to step on stage. You know, he's a big guy, wide guy, so
so
he
do
gives that
you do
illusion.
you hey, do you think these guys look better by themselves instead of getting compared? Because it
Most
seems to
people
me
look better by themselves. This
the
most,
front the
most
front of a bicep is like a powerful shot for him. We know that. That's one of his best. But it didn't translate over when they had all those other big guys up there with him to me.
well,
I tell you, do the shut the lights and look at in 2D, two-dimensional, he would want that shot. Because there was most extreme, X-frame and V-taper and everything was there. But when you shut the light and then you see there is not enough meat,
I felt he was pulling that vacuum so hard that it kind of elongated his torso a little bit.
really.
I
Uh,
if you go
if
back,
I could choose one physique, I would still choose his physique for
oh,
myself.
and listen, so people are gonna say, "Oh, this is not successful showing." I mean, Jesus Christ, he was hanging with, you know,
Yes,
Mr.
with the
Olympia
best.
and a guy that can be Mr. Olympia, Martin.
Absolutely. And if there would be some other head judge, she might have been in top two. Who knows?
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
That's just the way Steve Weinberger saw it. Okay, so they could have if they would have
right?
went on hold it now, just could have flip flop. I believe.
Yeah, so I started this with the judging. Okay, we were criticized, and I admit it. We are not really judging. You're just like observing, right? But we don't really go the upper body, lower body balance. Did Derek deserve to beat Hardy because just legs were bigger, and so balance now means
But
more than conditioning. These kind of things. So they
but
they look every little detail. Steve Weinberger is the first guy that said it's not conditioning contest, it's bodybuilding. But condition of Martin determine a winner. So condition is
But
still a
Well,
huge factor.
that's why I think. I don't know.
but
We have to speak to Steve to see what
but
he what
Milos,
this
Dennis,
what was the deciding factor for him to give it to Martin instead of Samson.
but Dennis, you know when he came out and he's locking down in those quads and he got the cross striations going right there, that's a hell of a lot of difference when Samson didn't have all of that going on like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dorian never had the cross-threaded feathers on the quads either.
Louis,
True,
do me a favor, turn your phone
Lee
sideways.
Haney didn't have it.
true.
Is that better?
Hey,
It's
Lewis,
opening up though. Why is that? Turn it back and turn it back again. Just flip flop it 2, 3 times. Maybe it opens up.
Locked.
And back.
Hold on, I got the lock screen on. Let me check.
Oh, maybe that's why.
there you go.
You're the phone connoisseur, Dennis.
Yeah. There you go. There you
There we
are.
go.
What's up, my man? Hey, I apologize because I don't know what I was thinking when I told you that. Did you guys change the time?
In Europe,
England.
he did.
Yeah, Germany did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you text me 7, but when I actually looked at the link, it did say 6. Because you text me 7, I was like, oh, I got plenty of time.
Going off what I said. Don't ever do that. Don't ever go.
yeah.
He forgets what he says too.
But that's why I texted you because I figured maybe there's something off with the link or maybe you didn't get the email. So first, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you
And
for having me, mate.
yeah, we were just talking about the Prague Pro this past weekend. Did you follow it?
Of course I did. Yeah, it was.
You there or you watched the stream?
I just watched the stream. Yeah, I didn't make it to the show, but I watched the stream, prejudging and finals. Yeah, it was
So real
awesome
quick,
show.
what did you see? Was there any surprises?
I don't think so. To be fair, I don't think many people would have argued if Samson had won, but I think with Martin's level of conditioning, it was hard to ignore. And Martin, from top to bottom, he doesn't really have any glaring weaknesses. So I think all in all, the top 5 was pretty well set. I think Keone getting fourth, just his stature, he got a little bit lost next to the likes of Samson and Krizo and whatnot. Still look phenomenal, but yeah, I think the top 5 was about right.
Mm. So am I just too much of a Keon fan to see that Crystal should not beat him?
Yeah, to be fair, I
Just
would have
based off
liked
of
in
bodybuilding stuff.
prejudging Krizo. Keone wasn't compared enough. He was on the outside, wasn't he? I don't
Exactly.
think that was right. He should have been compared because at prejudging, Krizo was not great. He was off. He was flat. So I think if he was compared next to Keone would have beaten him in prejudging. So it could have changed things there.
You basically said what I felt and I saw earlier, but I just don't. For me, if we judge bodybuilding, okay, yeah, he has bigger arms and bigger shoulder. He's fucking 7 feet tall. Of course, he's the bigger guy. But when you look at the structure of the body, it any pose.
Yeah,
What pose? To be fair, in what pose does Chris beat Keon? In the most muscular, and that's it. That's it.
yeah,
Maybe in the side chest, maybe, but that's it.
See,
yeah,
Keone inside chest, he is in a good position and pose looks good, but there's not enough muscle.
That's why I say maybe he challenges him there,
Yeah.
but front double, front lat spread, back double, rear lat spread. No fucking way.
yeah.
That's how I see it. So now, yes, you're absolutely right. These guys are fucking giants next to him.
For me, that's the only reason I can put it why Keon didn't place as high is just because Carrizo is so overpowering when he steps on the stage. But like you said, if they were put together and went pose for pose, it would have been a different story.
And
Yeah.
And
and
we
you know
didn't
they
talk
he
enough
has a lot
about
of good dense muscle, Krizo.
Huh?
He has a lot
yes.
of good dense muscle in his
I
body.
understand, but it's still got to be put together, right? All the dense
Well,
muscle in the world
I
needs to
think
be
if
put
his
together, right?
I think if his waist was intact, that was beautiful. Everything I think he probably would have
But
better argument.
if they mark Keon down for him, having an issue, they should do the same to him, right?
No, Chris just have a wider waist and obliques.
Yeah, his
Mm.
shoulder to waist ratio
learn
is just about the same.
A lot of these guys are like that when they're walking out. They gotta vacuum their body up, or they gotta do something physical to make their pose more effective.
Yeah, Krizo's not got the smallest waist, but because he's got shoulders and arms the size that he has, you know what I mean? He can, when he poses, he gets away with it. I think when he's relaxed, you can see the waist is a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
But because the muscle in his upper body is so impressive when he poses, he gets away with, a lot of it in certain shots.
Shoulders, arms, chest,
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so what?
And the back is majorly improved. I promise you.
So what? I had shoulders, arms, and chest. That didn't give me
Come
no
on, man.
title. It give me no fucking title.
It did give you a few titles.
That's why I'm the one. That's why I'm talking, because I know, when you go to his Instagram. What do you see him posting? Front
Yeah,
double. It's almost musculous all day.
I
Every
yeah,
like
day.
I
He
like
should
the
do that.
guy.
He should do that on stage. I like the
I
person.
like it
I'm
too.
I'm
I
just
like the
judging his physique.
bodybuilder.
yeah,
Yeah, I just judge his physique, and I think when you put him next to Keone, I don't care how many pounds he's bigger or how much taller he is. Bodybuilding, I give it to Keone any day.
When they go into comparison, that's when he's losing it a little bit with the size thing.
If they compare him next to him, but he never got next to sit
Hey,
next to him.
that's
no,
why, like 3, 4 days ago, I put on my Instagram on purpose, size matters. Size matters. And then I put my 99 version where I was big and all this shit. I hate it. I didn't like it. But
He
that
loved it.
99,
The one at the Iron Man,
yeah, Ironman 99 or a British Grand Prix 99, I was
he
huge.
liked it.
I didn't like it. I like my 97 look.
Oh.
But
People
if I have
probably
a
loved it,
judge,
though.
I
People
would probably
probably.
have to give it to the big guy.
Mm.
As much as I like shape and all this shit, it's still bodybuilding. So size matters, man. And this is why I thought that Samson, with combination of size and shape and everything, decent conditioning, not out of this world conditioning, but hey, he tried to be conditioned for Olympia. He went all the way down because everybody was asking for. So this time he came back, to the close to what he was. He still wasn't because it's kind of rushed and
yeah,
it's all over
yeah,
the place.
yeah. I agree. He still wasn't quite as big and full
Yeah,
as he was for the
yeah.
Arnold in the 24 Olympia.
Quick
It's the
question for all
size
of you.
along with the density.
Quick question for all of you.
Huh?
If Samson would have showed up at the Olympia the way he showed up in Prague, where would he place?
Ooh,
Whoa.
he would be battling for the title. I'm serious.
That's coming
I mean,
from a biased person again.
Well, we was expecting him to at least be that size, I thought. But we was
Oh,
expecting we
But
was expecting to see more
okay,
but
you
things
guys
people
answer.
probably
I'm
people
dying to
probably,
hear.
huh?
I'm dying to hear it. What do you think?
People probably would have said that he's not conditioned enough.
Again,
That
right?
was that was kind of the look. I think the way he looked in Prague was kind of the way he looked at the Arnold. Just a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Bigger at the Arnold.
I think if he came in at Prague at the Olympia, I think he'd have definitely gone ahead of Andrew. Um, but I don't.
I don't know about
It
that.
was closer to last year's Olympia, but it still wasn't. Still didn't quite have that fullness. Even his arms, if you look at the comparison, you can still see his arms are a little bit downsized. His
Arms and
quads
back
are
and
still a
legs.
little bit downsized.
Arms, back, and legs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
So
not
in this,
quite there.
do you think this is because he's still not quite back to where he was, or do you think it's starting to deteriorate a little bit?
No, he
Because
just
Could
listen.
be. I
we
mean,
all going to get to the point at one point where it's going to slightly go backwards again.
I don't think. I think that Samson's going to be crazy next year. I really do think so.
yeah, but how do you
Samson's going to come in the biggest he's ever been next year.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
think.
Look, he was Mr. Olympia, went into that Arnold Classic, never expected to lose, and then he lost. Okay.
okay, but how do you show up with your legs smaller
Well,
than
you
him?
know why? Because all of you guys,
All
okay,
of you, who
yeah,
started this when he's still
all of
crazy?
you,
Who
Dennis. He said,
started?
how much
Hold
cardio
on.
does he do? You know,
Who
I
started
2
this
hours of
though?
cardio. He did 2 hours of
Who
cardio.
started this when he was still coaching him? That was here. You, sir, Milo Sajev. You just the one that said he needs to learn how to suffer.
I
You
know, but
started this.
yeah, I mean,
Somebody else
Hey,
did.
did you see that post? He said that it's the Milos curse or something like that.
no, I didn't
No.
see it, but listen,
The Spanish, it was in Spanish though or something, but they said that
Oh,
yeah, I
no,
don't
I didn't see that.
never
uh,
mind.
but
There's
let's
no
be
curse.
serious, okay? For
No,
me,
serious, I've seen that.
hey, Samson competed more in last 4 years than any other IBB pro.
Mm.
Get this fact.
That's a
Constantly
mistake.
on, constantly on, boom, boom, boom. And he was making constant improvements.
Mm.
He would blow. I have hundreds of videos here that if I post any of them, that big old Samson is like, holy shit, that's untouchable, right? Just little fine tuning, which we were thinking. And then, okay, so this year he tried to fine tune and dial down, and he stripped. When I say catabolize, I meant it. I don't know if Samson really considered this seriously. He doesn't think so. He can just, I can step on the scale and be 20 pounds heavier, but body is 70% water and glycogen, moving all that. It's not the same. He catabolized
Right.
some muscle. He lost some muscle, but it's nothing like he cannot regain in a good month of training. So he needs those big legs that he was known for. If you remember that side chest pose when the leg looks just like ridiculous, this was crazy. This is how he was beating Andrew, for example, on those
Think, do you
trick shot
think
legs.
do you think a good Milo Sachev insulin protocol before the Prague show would have helped that?
No, no, no. I mean, really, no, no, no. I'm not saying any of that. I just think that, of course, he's probably lost right now because he did what he thinks he needs to do. He showed up, improved, he showed up bigger, and then he lost to the guy that he never lost before. Okay. So
Mm.
now in the retrospect, was it good for him to compete or not? I don't know. You Dennis, you think that it was good because he
I think
regained
it was.
body, but he
I,
lost to another guy.
I don't remember when that happened, where you start switching from people better not compete than compete because you usually let people compete everywhere. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
what.
Here,
Okay.
I tell you right away, when
I
it
thought
makes
he
sense and it doesn't make sense. When it makes
But
sense,
still, but Milos, for himself, he came out much better than he was at the Olympia. That would be good enough for me
but
to
Dennis,
already prove
when
that
I
I'm
talk
not.
about average Joe or Mr. Olympia that slipped down to the fourth place and it's catabolized body, and now he's going to try to fix it in 2 weeks.
Like you said, Milos, you can bring some fullness back, but when you've
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
muscle,
yeah.
it doesn't come back overnight,
yeah,
does it? It's going to
but
take
you
time.
I'm all for competing, but not under these circumstances, because his body was affected majorly, and it was not Samson.
On
So he
that,
tried to get, how we are. Oh yeah, I can do it. Oh yeah, it's still my body. Oh yeah, I just need a good day's sleep and eat a couple of meals, and I will be right
are
back. No,
so
if
it's more than a carb situation, you think?
more for sure. Listen, he was 6 weeks out in that guest posing. He was already, you know, catabolized, kind of smaller. Everybody was noticing. And then from that point on, he keep digging even more because he's going to be in condition of his lifetime. He's going to be peeled onion skin like everybody always wanted. And he's big old Samson, right? But Samson, lost some size and he's not that formidable, incredible
I can't
fucking
believe that we are at a
force of
point
nature.
where I
What?
can't, I can't believe that we are at a point where we're gonna say that a guy that literally was on stage in shape at 280 pounds was too small.
Well, the
Yeah.
frame, it's the
I
big
mean, I
frame.
can't believe we're even talking about this right
It's
now.
the big frame he has.
280 pounds, we say he was too small.
Yeah, but Dennis, remember, even we talked when I said 3 years ago that he was 285, and you said, like, he doesn't look that big. And I told you,
Mm.
yeah, there's something about him. Maybe his bones are goddamn heavier.
It's a big frame with
Yeah,
needing
but
more
he
muscle.
is legitimately. When he came 2023 for the Olympia, 23, no, 22, he was 300 pounds. Like, oh my God, 300 pounds, step on the scale, like, holy
And
shit. 2022. You know, when he stood next to Big Ramy. You
Oh, yeah, 22 at the Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah. At that time,
He got
I
fifth.
really wanted him to be big, to be nobody stood next to Big Ramy and can hold the size. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was a good idea. But
But
right now, after he lost to Hadi at the Arnold Classic, and that was still beautiful physique and overpowering and shape but that crazy conditioning of Hadi, I could see it's convincing. And when Hadi is like this, it's hard to be beaten by anybody. That's like next level conditioning. Hadi from Arnold Classic would have won Olympia, right? Easily.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Arnold Classic Haddy was phenomenal.
Yeah. I, I don't think anybody can touch that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so either. But
I
let's.
was going to say just about the Spanish kid because I really love the guy. Uh, he's like all in it. He had that structure. I don't think his condition from the back was there.
No.
That's why going into the Polish show this weekend, I mean, he might be contested by some guys that had a freaky stride at the glutes and
For a
lats.
couple of guys, they
but
did.
his legs are kind of smoothish in the front too.
Yeah, not really. I mean,
It's
I didn't see no
from the
striations.
front though. He is incredible, isn't he? That shape, that structure. When he opens up in that front double, he's phenomenal. But obviously the back doesn't match the front, and that's where he'll drop a few places, won't he?
I know what you
Yeah.
mean, Chris. I know
I
because
would just, I
you're
would just
kind
like to see anatomy. I would like to see an anatomy chart first and build on that. It's just straight bodybuilding shit, but I don't see a whole lot of anatomy stuff going on.
yeah, but you see the bad footage. There are some, if you look at some
Chris got
pictures,
Chris got the iPhone too. He said he can't see that. No, I see what you see. I
hey
see
guys,
what
did you get that new iPhone, whatever it's called, 17 or something?
I got it.
No,
What is now? 17?
Huh?
yeah,
Seven-
17.
Yeah.
17.
It's fucking up like constantly. Do you guys have issues?
What do
Like
you mean?
frozen and then
No,
no, you don't have issue?
no. Give it back. Give it
Man.
new.
Yeah, I have issues. I thought maybe everybody has issues. So it's only maybe mine.
No, it's just not. I only got it because I didn't have the last one. I got mine was still the 15, so I upgraded. Otherwise, they promised
How much
better.
was it?
Huh?
How much was it?
Fuck, I got the terabyte. And I got all the, if I lose it or if I break it, I get a new one. I think I paid like 1900 or something
Oh,
with the whatever extras. I don't know. I can throw that shit out the fucking window and go get a new
yeah,
one similar to
yeah.
that. Anyways, we
Okay.
have a guest, man. I want to talk about the guest a little bit. Louis
Yes.
Breed. Louis, I
Yes.
saw a video. I don't know. You talked to a lady. I don't know. It was a real short clip. I just somehow understood that you went through a health scare, like
Yeah.
literally before the French show or something. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't see the whole video. I just saw that clip.
Yeah. I mean,
What
if you must, I'm still going through it now, man. I've still got an IV.
Oh, please elaborate and let us in on what
So,
happened.
obviously, I did the Germany show, and then the plan was to go and do the France show. And I got bitten by a mosquito while I was over there, and
How do you
it
know it was?
caused,
How do you know it was from a mosquito?
well, because I left the windows open at night, and then I woke up and I had two like lumps on my leg, and they were itchy. And I've had mosquito bites in the before, and
Oh
they've
yeah.
caused infections. You know,
Okay.
um, and it just within 24 hours, it got so severe, developed an infection that caused cellulitis. But like you couldn't see my kneecap, you couldn't see my ankle. My leg was so swollen, so
So
fat.
hold on one second. So the show in Germany was September 14th. What day are you talking right now?
So this was I the the Wednesday before the France show. The France show was on the Saturday.
But it was
So I
two
was
weeks,
already I
about a
was
week
already in
later.
France. I was
Oh,
already in France, and
okay.
it was Wednesday night. But come Friday, it got so bad I had to travel back to the UK and was admitted straight to hospital. The infection, my infection markers, your infection markers should be 5. My infection markers were 320. So it spread to my kidneys, it spread to my liver, it spread to my heart.
It'll kill you.
Yeah, very close. At one point, they talked about possibly having to amputate the leg.
Huh?
Yeah, it was bad. In the end, they put a drain in my leg and sort of drained the infection out.
So the infection was where the mosquito bite was.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Dude,
then
I have one on my right leg right now.
so it
That
went
type of
into your
thing.
blood and went, so it's like sepsis.
yeah, yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. So and then it cleared up. I had the stitches out a week ago. Tiny little. In the end, they were initially going to cut me from my hip to my knee to open me right up, but obviously that would have been career over. So luckily enough, they managed to bring the infection down with antibiotics, then put a little incision in, stick a drain in, and draw the infection out. But since then,
Was it pus?
it keep. Sorry.
Was it pus running out all day?
Yeah, well, I was on hooked up to like a machine, and it was just like pumping this infection out for 48 hours. But since then, it keeps flaring up. So I've had to go back up the hospital for IV antibiotics over the last 48 hours to try and
Damn.
bring the infection down again. So it's yeah, it's a bit frustrating at the moment, but it could have been a lot worse. That's
So
for sure.
Damn.
you saying it's been going on for almost 2 months, a month and
No,
a
no,
half.
no, no. So no, when was I 3 weeks ago? No, 3 weeks ago it was the first when I first got admitted to hospital. No, maybe 4 weeks ago. When was the
Yeah.
France show?
Huh?
The French show
Yeah,
was a
about a
week
month
after
ago.
Germany or 2 weeks after Germany. I think it was
Two
a
weeks.
week.
No, it was 2 weeks after Germany.
So it had to be the end of September.
Yeah.
How,
Oh yeah.
how,
So
how
so it's been a month now.
Yeah,
how
that's a
long did
long
it take?
time. I'm still
Yeah.
dealing with the infection. That's some
Yeah.
How,
severe shit.
how long did
Yeah.
it take you to even go to the hospital? Did you like try to be like, okay, it's not that big a deal first?
Yeah, at first, because obviously I was in France and I really wanted to compete. So at first I just took a few painkillers and thought it would just go away. But then it didn't. So I went to see a doctor on the Friday in France and got some antibiotics. But by the Friday night, the pain was so severe, there was not a chance I was competing on Saturday. So
Did you right away think this was from a mosquito bite, or did you think it was something else?
no, if I'm honest, I thought it might have been from like an injection. Unfortunately, we've all had times where we've done that and it's caused an issues. But I hadn't done one there. So and the only thing it come down to was the fact that I had 2 mosquito bites on the right side, and that's where the infection just spread. And I have had infections from mosquito bites in the past, but
Oh,
I think because I was so sort of immunosuppressed. You know what I mean? Because you're like
right.
days out from a show, the body just couldn't cope with it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Gotta be
frustrating because
this.
I was planning on the France show and then I was planning on doing the British Grand Prix as well. But we'll get this recovery out of the way and then I'll look to the new year.
Yeah. Are you able to train now at all, or are you just resting?
I can't train that right leg. And I had a week 10 days where I was training good, but when the infection flares up, I try not to train too much because otherwise your body's trying to deal with the infection and trying to
Oh,
deal with
yeah.
recovering from exercise, you know?
Maybe right now the best would be just to don't worry about training
Just
and
get
just
healthy, man.
Yeah, just rest up, get it healthy. Yeah, 100%.
that's
You're gonna be
crazy.
around a bunch of bacteria in the gym anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so a tough 4 weeks,
Hey,
but we're on the mend.
for mosquitoes, I'm only worried about fucking dengue fever and shit like this. I'm not really worried about normal mosquito bites, but you see what can happen. Is
Yeah.
it probably, is it, you think because you scratched it and you scratched it too much and, or
I did like yeah, it was irritating me, so whether that made it worse, I don't know.
let me give you a tip for the future. You get a mosquito bite. I learned that in Thailand because there's mosquitoes everywhere.
Yeah.
There's this thing called tiger balm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There you
When you
go.
get bites and you feel it starting to itch, you
Yeah,
rub some tiger balm on there immediately. The itch will stop, and that's the end of it.
Good.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I got a big black one right here on my leg right now.
if it's black. That means you don't. If you abused it
No, but
already.
it's like it was like that big, just like big
That's when you
black.
keep scratching it. You keep irritating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just
As soon as you feel it coming, and before instead of scratching, rub some tiger balm on there, and that's it.
Mm.
That's the end of it. You
all right.
may,
So
if
I'm
it's
going to
really
get
bad, you
some.
have to do it again in a few hours. But other than that, you should be done.
Don't
Yeah.
they have different tiger bombs? Is it
I
different type?
let me get what I use.
Get one because I want to see because I got hella mosquito bites on me, man. I hate that shit. Be on my elbow. They like it by the bones, right?
Yeah.
Except for the leg.
Louis, I didn't know that happened to you. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was.
I thought you was pulling a Flex Wheeler and trying to duck out of the
What I
shit.
use, and you can get that on Amazon.
Yeah.
Get it on Amazon, and it says
I used to buy them in Thailand.
Ultra Strength on Amazon.
Okay.
And you know what Thai people use this for? When they feel nausea, they smell it. Supposedly bring you right back. This is the menthol, you know?
Yeah.
But where you put this on anything, that shit will fix it. Even small injuries, little soreness, rub that stuff on, gone.
Well,
Sometimes
I'm going to be taking that to every show I ever travel to in future.
I travel with it all the time. Plus, I use repellent always. I
Yeah, the
spray.
spray. Yeah.
I got some.
But listen, guys, Carter, if you can go to Louis's Instagram, man, this is guys. You know, people don't know what a freak you are, man. I was
Absolutely.
surprised because the first time I laid eyes on him was in Germany, and I'm like, "Fuck, this dude is big." I mean, I didn't even know where this guy come from. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, so you had a long break?
No, well, I mean,
Look at
I had
that
a long,
top
I had
left
a,
picture right there.
Yeah.
Shit, and the condition on top of it.
It's always crazy condition. Always.
But it was
Hey,
listen, in pictures, it looks crazy on the picture, right? But in person, this dude was like, I was like, God. And I'm not easy to be impressed, you know, by size and but that was from top to bottom, front to back. He was fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable.
thanks, man. I appreciate that.
are you doing squats? Both.
Sorry.
Do squats.
Do I do squats? Yeah, not like free weight, but I'll do some form of machine squats. I used to do a lot of free weight squats, but
Tell my guy Milos
Thanks,
stuck in
Carter.
Hey,
Milos is in that
listen.
prehistoric times.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay, Louis, tell him. I trained him. I trained him legs at the Dragon's Lair.
yes,
Oh,
Okay.
Louis.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was what was it last year Olympia, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we did some legs, and that was yeah, that was hell on earth.
So you do squat.
we did this. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
He didn't put a bar on his back and
No,
then
no.
okay.
You can do it without it. You know.
Don't need.
Even this picture. Listen. You know, Louis is like fucking super hard, ripped, thin skin everywhere, right? But still, I don't think you're showing your quad separation as much as you can. You still didn't get that, to tilt the hip and push the knees out. Because I see they come and go, but like Chris Cormier can sit on them for like 1 hour, and
Yeah,
you have the separation. So that's what you were missing. And then as I was texting you, remember last shows, and the back poses, you would lean way too far
too
back.
far. Yeah, you said. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, these two things, but pound for pound, like that raw muscle, Jesus Christ, you
Crazy.
have everything.
Crazy. There was the people that impressed me for that was him and the guy from Dubai, Edward Carbo.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, he's
Another
good.
freak.
Yeah,
That's another freak.
yeah, he's a good.
yeah.
Hey, Louis, who helps you on your posing?
Well, since we're at that point, I'd like to say you too can unlock your full potential with the cutting edge lineup from high tech pharmaceuticals. All you have to do is just follow them on IG and Facebook. Visit High Tech Pharma for a deep dive into their science backed formulas that will power your performance, strength, and also bring you some of the best results.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-tech pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength.
I've worked with a couple of people over the time. So I've worked with I did some stuff with Rachel Davies. I did some stuff with that Daniel Coffin. So I've worked with a couple of people, trying to sort of perfect it, because I know my posing has in the past sort of really sort of not allowed me to showcase the best of my physique. So it's something obviously I'm still working on to perfect, because I know there's plenty of muscle there, but if you're not showcasing it to its absolute best, then it doesn't help you on the stage, does it?
Sometimes you
Right.
try too hard, and that's what it's at.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What is there was a blind gentleman, English, a pro bodybuilder. There was Eddie Abu's training partner.
Eddie Abu's training partner.
Blind?
Yeah, he's blind. He was a pro. He competed in 2006 in Romania. I remember. But the reason why I'm saying is,
Oh, the white guy, and
yeah,
he
yeah.
gets helped out.
I
They
forgot
help
the
him out on the stage. I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying is like I'm always sarcastic, and I don't know. Eddie was doing some wrong poses, and I asked him like, "Who did teach you this?" Like, and whatever he was saying, I thought I was going to make a joke and say like a blind guy, and as a matter of fact, he was blind. It's like, there's my big mouth put me in trouble, right? So yeah, he was teaching Eddie how to hit the pose, like, but how does he teach you? He can't see, you know. And
Yeah.
anyway, he
How does
competed
that
in
work?
Romania with Ronnie and Jay. Remember that's the time when Jay took over from Ronnie, and
Oh yeah, did
yeah, Dennis. So here it is. That's exactly what it is. You went to the first show in Austria, and then from Austria we went to Romania, from Romania to Holland. But you only did first show.
Yeah, I don't understand why though.
I don't know either. I mean, you were fed up with. I don't know. You just yeah. Usually you would do all of them, but you choose just to do that first one.
Huh,
Yeah,
that's that's strange.
you don't remember? Yeah, I remember because yeah, Jay just beat Ronnie at Olympia, and then they went to European tour, and
yeah, did.
I mean, even in that Romania show, Ronnie could possibly take him. Seriously. I mean, there would be an argument, but Mr. Olympia doesn't lose after he just won, right?
Uh,
I
no,
remember. I remember watching that. I just got into bodybuilding, and I remember those shows. That tour after the Olympia when Jay won.
but you know who impressed the most in Austria? Marcus.
Marcus Rule.
Oh yeah, Marcus Rule was phenomenal, wasn't he?
Oh
Obviously,
yeah.
you know.
Oh
And he
yeah.
didn't go. He didn't go to the other shows either.
Yeah. I remember we were on the same flight from Germany to Austria. I don't know. I don't even remember that there was a show after that. You sure that was the same year?
Same day, next day.
Hmm.
Next day we went. I do remember because I had those apple strudels
And then
fucking
there was Holland also, you said?
after the Romania was Holland.
And who was the promoter in Holland?
The
Had to be Dorian.
Dorian,
I don't think that at that point was Dorian already. I think that
Could
that
only be the guy. What was the guy? The Dutch guy, that
Papa,
Turkish.
Papa,
Papa, yeah,
Papa
Papa Mike.
something.
Papa Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Papa.
Yeah, but he was together with Dorian though.
You know that they had a split. They had
That was after. That was the following year, and that's what I think it was. Is that when Dorian got into an altercation, because I know I wasn't there.
I was right there.
I cannot understand why would I miss show in Romania, even if Romania, okay, but even Holland, I don't know why I wouldn't do that show.
Yeah, Dennis Wolf came there. I remember talking to him, you know,
I think he got caught up in the coffee shop.
Who?
Yeah.
Who, me?
He
Yeah, I
was
wasn't
in the
in
coffee shop.
Holland. I wasn't even there. If I was only in Austria.
Right.
Yeah. Now that puts things in perspective. I don't know why you wouldn't compete. There was 3 shows in 3 days.
But yeah, it wouldn't make sense. So I don't get it.
Yeah.
I
You-
don't get why I wouldn't do those 2 shows. And it couldn't have been in 3 days. I think, Milos, I think we are a little confused. I want to look it up, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure. Check 2006. Look at the dates.
Maybe there was Romania only and there was nothing after Romania. Is that possible?
No, no, no. There was one more show
Hmm.
in Holland. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up later, but now you make me second guess myself. But there was three
No,
shows.
because
I think 3 days in a row.
I know for a fact that you would fucking convince me to do. Why would I not do it? It's not like I was injured or something.
But listen, okay, I'll tell you a longer story. I was training with you guys and I got myself in shape. And I figured, like, you know what? I'm gonna compete
Is
in
that what you did the picture with Jay in Romania?
Yeah, yeah. So I was gonna actually see how I look and maybe pull out because I'm a pro, I can compete. But I was white as a ghost, but I was super lean. That picture of me and Jay when Jay came to my room and I was painting him.
You sure that
Because
was the same year?
So that was it. So 2000, yeah, Hida was going, and there was like Eddie Abu was going, Ronnie, Jay, and I mean there was the Russian guy, Sergei Chelestov, so there was
Sergey,
but listen, I I ate like a 7 apple strudels at night in fucking
Why
Austria.
didn't you just go on stage? Back then, it would still be possible.
Yeah, listen, and I took a fucking 2 milligram Bumix.
yeah, but
And
you dropping water every time you do a damn show. Every
shit,
time you go to
hey,
a
let me
show,
tell you,
and
I
you get
showed
up
up.
for you probably
I
took one
promise
last
you,
night.
I
Chris,
showed up in
Milo,
Romania, and I'm looking at myself like I'm bone dry. I was fucking. I'm serious. Just say fuck it. I start shaving. And I shave. I shave my whole front. And I was at that time. Betty was not my wife. She was going with Hida, right? So I was thinking like, who can fucking shave my back?
oh, so that's how you guys met. She
Yeah,
said,
I
could
was.
you get
Yeah,
my
hold on,
back?
hold
Could you do
on.
my back for me?
Oh, get
This is
my
the
back
story. I
trick.
swear to God, I'm not making it up. So I'm in the posing trunks, and I'm half ready. I just need the back, and I actually called and asked her to do it, and she was going to come in and shave my back. But in the meantime, here
The
comes
rest is history.
yeah, the phone
Didn't
rings.
make it to the stage, so the rest is history.
No, 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 wait. Jay calls me. Can you put the collar on me? She says, of course, yeah, just come to my room. And here comes the fucking Jay with this is the sponge, about this big of a sponge. You remember how they have a, Gen Kana with this stupid little thing,
Uh,
Yeah.
And I'm there like for fucking 2 hours putting, because it doesn't stick right away. And in the meantime, Betty came, with Hida.
You saved your back while you were putting the color on Jay.
Yeah, and Jay was still there, right? And then I took a picture, because Japanese people always have a camera, so I took a picture with the Jay. That picture, I'm peeled out of my mind, dry as a
Remember the
bone. I
Say
came into a
Japanese
place
people
third.
already have a camera.
But to make long story short, it took 2 hours to put the fucking tan on Jay. And then I said, like, you know what?
Joke.
I'm not gonna do it. And then I was thinking maybe when I go to Holland, I'm gonna compete in Holland next day. But already I was not in the mood anymore.
And there's no chance that that was 2007.
That was 2006. So I said, okay, no problem. 2007, I'm going to go on to Ironman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And boom, I got suspended at the 2000, between 2006 and 7, for that Paul Chua bullshit that was, So I got suspended. I was there already and I said, like, Ironman lights. And Chris, Ironman lights, those are the best lights you can
Oh man,
really
I don't know why I didn't do it every single fucking year. I don't know why I let Dexter come and do a show. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna not do it this year. Come do it, Dexter. And then he beat Lee for that when I went to the Arnold Classic and lost to Dexter. I don't know why. Because they probably thought, oh man, he was crazy last week at the Arnold. That was the only time he did well, not the only time, but he looked
Ironman
really good.
was vacation for the
That's
Arnold.
2005.
Yeah.
That was always the preview, was the Ironman.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did four. I won four in a row, and then I was like, okay, maybe that's why I'm not winning the Arnold because I'm shooting my load at the Ironman.
Week before, huh? Yeah.
So Louis, what's next for you?
Look,
Sorry.
what's next for you?
What's next for you?
Well, obviously get this recovery out the
On
way.
the shelf,
Hey,
on the shelf right now.
Yeah, you
I
got
yeah,
would just, I would just get that health. Without the
yeah,
health, you don't have nothing.
yeah, no, exactly. So I'll get this recovery out of the way, make sure I'm fully fit, 100%, get back to training. I wanted to compete early part of next year because I've never competed in the early part of next year. I've always done the latter shows. So, you've got like Detroit and New York and, all those ones earlier on. But obviously
Yeah.
that's going to depend on how
Yeah.
this recovery goes, So I'll focus on that first and then sort of make a decision. If all goes well, earlier shows is where I want to hit. If the recovery takes a little bit longer, then obviously we're looking more towards the sort of summer later time.
What's important is that mentally you're strong enough to really take a rest now and not train maybe and just let it. I think that the more you try to train in between, the longer it takes for you
Yeah,
to
you're
fully.
kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, aren't you? It's like, and
You have
yeah, it is difficult because we love to train, but
you have to
yeah,
understand that it might be difficult now, but it speeds it up.
yeah,
By the time Christmas come around, you want to be done with everything. So New Year, you could start training and can get to it. And then there's a show at the FIBO in April.
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah,
Just to throw that out there,
Yes,
it's not far from. We're gonna have the open bodybuilding. We're gonna have classic. We're gonna have figure and wellness or bikini.
Mm.
And, you know,
Louis, it would be a good idea that you hook up with Chris about posing, especially those back double and lat spread from the rear.
yeah,
I think that Chris would master it for you.
yeah. I'd love that. Yeah, I'd absolutely love that. Definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
I think Chris
yeah, awesome. Yeah, because
got to
I
put.
know there's more. There's more to give in those shots. I know there's a lot of muscle on my back, but I look at it and I go, I'm not showing as much as I know I can. But sometimes it's when you're stuck in bad habits, it's hard to really 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 get to the bottom of that. So yeah, somebody like yourself, mate, would be
You
incredible.
do you come to the US often or not?
Yeah, I came a couple. I came to the Arnold Classic this year, and I was in New York for a little bit latter part of the year. I didn't make it to the Olympia because obviously the plan was to go, but obviously this infection didn't allow me to come. But I normally get to the US sort of 2-3 times a year.
Send Chris a message and ask for his Christmas promotion.
Yeah.
Got a Christmas special going on.
Louis, how did you see the Olympia?
Um, yeah, I think obviously we were all sort of. I don't think anybody had Samson in fourth running into the Olympia. I think we were all expecting a little bit more from that. In terms of the top three, Andrew was the best he'd ever been. I think his frame is so huge. There's still a few gaps and a few tweaks, especially on like his side chest and things like that. But like structurally and shape wise, he was phenomenal, and it was the best condition he's ever been. Hattie and Derek, that was close. I think the right guy won at the end of the day. If you base it pose for pose, top to bottom, even though there are some weaknesses within Derek's shots. I think overall, I think he did. He did win it, and I don't think there was too many arguments with majority of the placings.
I
After
think
prejudging, I did have Derek winning it.
Yeah.
you
The
did have
What
internet,
about you?
yeah,
What about you guys?
prejudging,
the
but it
internet
seemed
says
like he
otherwise, but
faded. It seemed like he faded for the night show, and then that's when Hottie won beat him in the night show, but
Yeah.
not by enough points to overtake him. I
Yeah.
think why are we doing all the other posing and all the other stuff, making us think a total different thing if someone's faded and someone's strong at the night show? But I also think if it was the '90s time, Andrew probably would have won the show.
Mhm.
If they were judging years ago, they
Yeah.
probably would have had Andrew winning the show.
He was
What do you-
phenomenal. He was incredible. Obviously, by far the best he'd ever been.
He would not be too many
And
arguments.
sorry,
It would
I
not be too
think
many arguments if Andrew won.
no,
I
I don't. No, I don't think there would have been.
Yeah.
No, because it just looks incredible on that stage, doesn't he? You know what I mean? Just that shape and that structure, and with the fact that he'd come with improved conditioning as well, it was just even more impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
he's doing Romania next week, isn't he?
Who?
Oh,
Oh,
Andrew.
Carter, put the list up for the Polish. The Polish next week. This weekend. The
Yes.
Polish Grand Prix.
Oh, is
Whatever.
Romania next week?
The
Following
week,
week?
no, a week after next. This week is Poland, and next week is Romania.
Romania,
Well,
yeah.
Right, Andrew is doing Romania. So this is coming up this weekend, I think.
I think Akim's in there, so I think he'll be a front runner.
Roman Fritz is in it. Edward Carbo, so he's in it. So that's definitely a guy to watch out for.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Who else is in there that I know? Shit.
What's he called? Chuan, the Spanish guy. He's doing it.
Yeah.
This Turek guy, he's good too.
Jan Turek, yeah, he was just sixth in Prague. Keone Williams, yeah.
A lot of names I've never even seen before, man. That's crazy.
Hey, that guy Derek or Laura from China, that's the guy that you did when you used to do your Sunday morning show me what you got.
Oh, the Sunday Fun Day?
Yeah, Sunday Fun Days.
Don't ask
That's
me if you
the
don't want to know.
Yeah, he was on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I met him when I was in China, and he was telling me that you told him he needs to do something, go back to the drawing board or something. You said he needs to do.
I don't remember who it was.
That's him. Shout out to him.
Yes.
So Andrea Plasti is
But,
doing
but he's not Chinese, is he?
No, he's from Africa, but he moved
Oh, I
to
was about
China.
to say.
Met him over there.
Okay, so so it looks like I don't even know most of these people, to be honest. There's
I
yeah.
think Akim's got to be a front runner, isn't he? You know, is
Well,
he the only Olympian there? Or
I
well,
don't
but
know. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think 'cause I saw-
Presti's in there.
Joan Pradas is doing a Spanish kid.
yes,
that's one of the front runners for me.
Yeah.
The Tory guy is good.
Think
Well, let me go up again, and on Edward Carbo, of course. That's the three front runners for me. I don't know if Roman Fritz could get his size back, but with him you never know. So it could be that he's something bigger. Then there's too many people I don't know, so there could be some surprises.
I think
Like
there's 28 in
you
total,
all-
so it's quite a deep lineup.
let me tell you all who's a surprise for me. Like, man, in Dubai, did you see that Russian kid that won France?
Oh yes, yeah.
Chris, did you see that guy walking around with his training partner?
the big guy.
Let me tell you something. I've
Oh.
seen 3 guys in my life, but that dude is fucking huge. His training partner had the biggest hands I've ever seen and ever felt on a fucking human being. I thought I got big hands. No, I know I have big hands. My hands is big. And I felt like a bitch shaking this man's hand. My whole stick was gone. 65 centimeter arms. That's what is that?
I thought it was just some. I saw him on Instagram. I thought it was kind of more photo or video or something.
Oh, his whole thing here is like a fucking. You should do
slap.
power slap.
You
That
can do a power
dude,
slap.
Yeah, oh no, I don't want to
that
see him
dude
do
will fucking
power
slap your head off,
I don't want to see him do.
Instagram. He was like lifting a 500-pound dumbbell.
bro. That dude strong. He looks strong. He looked like a fucking Neanderthal, man. That dude did the
You
look.
don't want to
Everything.
get slapped by that dude. Hell no.
And the guy that he's training with, the guy who won France, bro, that dude looks ridiculous. And he was
Very
still,
good.
I was surprised he's not in Prague. I asked him, why are you not doing Prague? He said, because he's
He
with the
qualified
States.
for Olympia, so I would have
Yeah,
done
put
it.
your name out. Put your name out there. Keep going. He's in shape. I mean, he literally looked like he could just put tan on and get on stage.
Ah,
Hey
Big.
man,
let's.
I gotta get going, Dennis.
Oh, you're going to the airport?
Yeah.
What
Don't
do
do
you
that,
want me to
man.
say?
Okay,
No?
you're
What do you
excused.
what do you want me to say now?
I just want to say
You want me to say,
goodbye.
please
I
don't
want you to
go.
say, I want you to say, have safe travels.
Safe
Safe travels,
travel.
my man.
Yeah, safe
All
Safe
right.
travel.
travels. Get home
All right,
safe.
bro.
We'll
Yeah,
talk. Don't
All
miss
right,
your flight.
Milo. Thank
yeah,
you, brother.
yeah.
Sure,
Take care,
student.
Chris.
All
Uh,
right, man.
All
yeah.
right.
Later,
Peace
guys.
out.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So that dude was ridiculous, man. That was a very impressive bodybuilder, Milos.
You see the power jump that he does? He jumps on like fucking 1 meter 80 centimeters from
Very same guy.
the same guy. It's super athletic, super powerful. Holy shit,
He's
guys.
tall. I'm gonna tell you, he's tall. Tall and wide, shoulders, arms. I don't know his legs. I don't know, but he won France, right?
Yeah, he was very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Running into it, I knew he would be a dark horse because I saw a couple of pictures and videos and I was like, this guy's good. But sometimes you see it on Instagram and you don't know how it's going to portray on the stage. But when he stood on that stage, watched the live stream and I was like, damn, this guy can take it. And obviously he did.
Yeah, he
I
took
thought, to
pictures.
be honest, I thought they were going to give it to Quentin, just because he's been knocking on the door at so many shows, but the guy was bigger
Yeah,
and peeled, you know what I mean? So you,
good. He was too good. And he took pictures with everybody, and he made everybody look small.
mm. Yeah.
He was just walking around in a tank top. He didn't fucking need no clothes. He made everybody look small. And everybody, it's just funny because they post pictures on videos, and everybody has the same reactions when they shake the other guy's hand. They'd be like, "What the fuck is this? What am I shaking at?" You know, I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah,
I don't think there's
he's so
gloves that would fit his hands. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So a real fucking like a farmer from the fucking farm, who knows where,
Yeah,
with
I've seen videos and pictures of him online, and like, they're
crazy.
just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're both so big, man.
Yeah.
and
He
I'm
took
sure they're powerful.
yes, me and Flex, we took a picture with him, right? And both of us look like the fucking girls next to him.
Yeah.
God damn. You see that when you see someone that still impresses you, because I've seen it all, but
Mm,
there's every now and then there's one person or one guy that's like, you know what, that shit's impressive, you
mm.
know. And he's a nice kid, man. He was nice. He was really polite, He was. I hope he could stay that way because I think he could do some damage, man. I really do.
Well,
I don't
Louis,
know.
you
Go
were
on.
close to qualify for Olympia, uh, placing second, third. Where did you place?
Yeah, well, like this year or last year, like I got third at the Europa last year. That was
You were super
close.
close, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You had a two like near misses.
yeah.
Yeah, by a few points. Yeah. So you're going to be on Olympia stage 2026?
That's the plan. That's the plan. See, I know what I bring. I know I bring muscle. I know I bring condition. I know I'm not gifted with, the greatest shape or the smallest of waists. I know that. But if I can, improve on that, that silhouette, that shape, that structure, and improve on my posing to, create the illusion of a better overall shape, I know I bring muscle and condition is not something I sort of lack. So I know if I can tweak those other things,
Yeah.
I've got every chance of nailing it.
Well, Chris just left, but Chris will tell you, Robbie Robinson was drilling him like hit the frontal biceps 200 times.
Yeah.
Light spread 200 times and over and over and over and over. And the way I see you and when you pose for me and all this stuff, you have like so much muscle, but angles and presentation, it's not really there. And you have to do it not one time, not 10 times, but a couple of hundred times
Mm.
daily. to realize, oh, okay, this now I got it. For
Yeah.
example, on the back, you were moving, you were leaning way too far. You
Mm.
know, what I saw, because I know your back, I've seen it. Jesus Christ! But then when I see on a comparison, it didn't look as convincing as you could be. Side chest, you were hitting crazy. I mean, that's it. And then legs from the front. I've seen separation, but you usually have it for like second and two, and then you lose it. So
Yeah.
this is kind of thing that you have to practice even now.
Mm.
Hit it and hold it 5 seconds, and then 10, and then 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look at you. I mean, you're wide as a door, thick as a brick, and you get crazy conditions. So you and your coach, whatever you're doing, you do the same. But presentation is still, it's not your zone of comfort. This is when I see you, you look like you love to train. You don't mind suffering, dieting, but posing you could care less for. You
Yeah,
know,
to be honest, I have put a lot of time into the posing, but I think because I've spent so much time not doing it and so much time, getting into bad habits, it's so hard to get out of those sometimes, isn't it? But yeah, I know the importance of presentation, and I'll continue to work daily on that presentation, because if it's one thing that's gonna, bump me up from third, to first, then I'll put as much time and effort into it as needed.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
I think you're going to be fine.
100%. I mean, I see you at the Olympia stage for
I
sure.
just go to work. As soon as
Yeah,
you're healthy, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You know,
yeah,
and like I said, there's plenty of shows. If you want to do early shows, there's Detroit right after the Arnold. There's
Oh,
the
so
few.
do you have a list for next year already?
No, it's not because I don't think it's complete yet.
Uh,
Uh, there's because summer we have Offenbach again. The Europa Pro is going to be again in Germany.
mm, yeah,
So there's enough shows. But next year the Europa is not for 26, it's for 27. Because it's a
right.
week, 2 weeks before the Olympia.
Oh, right. So we'll qualify for the following year.
The Olympia is moving into September next year.
Yeah, yeah, of course, because it was the last qualifier this year, wasn't it?
The last one, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's got to be 4 weeks in between. So since it's
Mm.
only 2 weeks next year, it's not going to be a qualifier for 20. But for 27, it's a good get that out the way too. Why not?
Yeah,
You know, if you get a chance to qualify, for 2 years, so that way you don't have any headache. But the most
yeah,
important thing now for you is to get healthy, man, because that's really something you want to fix.
yeah, definitely. It's
Unnecessary stress and gym, I think it's just stretching it longer. So,
mm.
because
Yeah, you're right. I appreciate that.
you might be on heavy antibiotics, at the moment.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, just imagine day before the show, you have to realize I better save my life and go home and not
yeah.
compete.
Well, but maybe he didn't even think it was that close.
No, no. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to step on the stage because I couldn't stand, but I never thought it was going to get to the extent where the infection spread and like caused sepsis and you know, yeah, and traveled to my kidneys, my liver, and everything else, and they wanted to amputate my. I never expected it to get like that. Of course, I didn't. I just thought antibiotics, and I'll be good to go. So it was, yeah,
So
scary
the
time, but
doctor,
an eye opener as well. Realize that health is most important. I've got a wife, I've got kids as well, so
yeah.
that's most important, obviously.
So the doctor in France, did he do blood work, or he just told you, this looks like an infection? Here's some
Yeah,
antibiotics.
and he just gave me some antibiotics. And to be fair, while it didn't look so severe in France, so he was just like, yeah, get on some antibiotics. But then within 24 hours, by the time I traveled home to the UK, it like quadrupled in size. So
Especially probably on that flight, that altitude made it swell up even more, huh?
yeah, wouldn't have helped all that travel. Yeah,
Wow. Thank God it's
yeah,
not that long flight. Imagine you got to fly back from the States or somewhere.
yeah, yeah. Good job. It's only a short distance, France to the UK. So yeah, that would have been difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on the
Well,
mend slowly.
yeah. Yeah, so there's Romania is the next show, and then what's after Romania? There's one more.
Spain, right?
Oh, you got the
Yeah.
big man in November, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there is Japan too.
Oh, yes, there is. Yes.
There's
Is
Tokyo.
that the same promoter that who promoted who did the Masters?
I don't know. I think so.
I don't know if there's anybody going, if it's the same.
Well,
Mm.
You saw what happened, but they're not getting paid.
Yes.
yeah. I
Would
don't.
you go?
I don't know. Yeah, I've heard. I don't know.
If you're still in debt with if they didn't even pay the other guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that Jake Wood had to jump in, right?
yeah, but that's sad that that he had to jump in. I mean, that's how can you as a promoter can say, "Oh, we didn't make much." I don't even know if it's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, say we didn't make enough money, and give me some time. I said, "What the fuck you mean?"
Yeah, it don't work like that, does it? You
Yeah,
know?
wait a minute, wait a minute. You had 3 months, so almost 3 months. Yeah, I'm glad Jake is doing what he's doing, but that's not supposed to be, how this works. You promote a
No.
show, you should cover the cost. And that's why I think that sometimes it would be better if the promoters would have to pay the prize money up front. So it's somewhere sitting, waiting for
Yeah.
the show to be over. So, just like they used to do it, send it into the pro league. Back then it was the IV, Wayne DeMilia. He took the money, put it in a bank account, let it sit there for 3 months, and we had to wait because of him.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, yeah. He put the money in a high yield account for like 3 months, and
Yeah,
then
to collect the interest.
To
yeah.
turn some interest before he paid you.
Every time I called him, I said, "Hey man," I said, "You didn't get my money yet." He said, "The promoter didn't pay yet." And then one time I talked to the promoter because I knew who he was. And I said, "Hey man, why you not paying our prize money, man?" He said, "What? I had to pay the money before the show. I sent the money in." So that's how I knew the money was already there, way ahead of.
Oh
So
man.
maybe they should start doing something like that. But then again, it doesn't happen often. So this is just one time now. So this Japan promoter. I don't know who it is. Isn't Heated involved with those guys?
I don't know, really.
Um,
No. I don't communicate with him for years since I
yeah.
was kicked out of the gym.
Oh.
So if
Maybe
you're
it
not
was.
welcome somewhere, what's the point?
Huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you kick me out of your house, would I call you or communicate with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he didn't kick you out, did he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, if that's your gym, you have a say, no?
Hmm.
Yeah, but anyway,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he was worried. Maybe he said like better Milo's mad than she mad. She
yeah,
mad.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind. He made a choice, and this is just don't
So you
communicate.
haven't spoken since then?
No.
No. I liked Heater. Heater was a cool guy. I like him. It's not him for sure. Anyways, Lewis, I appreciate you making the time, my man.
I appreciate you having me on, guys. It's an honor to be chatting with the likes of you. I grew up watching you guys in awe. So yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, we look forward to you getting healthy and then coming back and impressing us again next year with fucking solid fucking 3D muscle physique, man, because that shit was ridiculous.
All of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Every show that Lewis competed in, it was super impressive, super competitive. And
Yeah.
he brings it size, thickness, shape,
How long
every
do you diet? How long do you diet? Or you
um,
just tend to get
just yeah, I get in shape easy. Like for example, like running into like the Italy show and the Germany show, I was on 6,000 calories doing 20 minutes of cardio.
say it
6,000.
again. 6,000.
6,000 calories, and I did a
How,
20
how
a
you
20 minute.
break the macros?
For the listeners that don't understand 6,000 calories, just give us your diet.
The
Like,
macro.
give me how many meals a day?
That was over like 7 meals.
Okay, break down your meals. Meal number one, what do you eat?
So meal number one like was everything's like uncooked weight. So it's like it was porridge oats, oatmeal in the morning, 150 grams, with whey isolate, blueberries, peanut butter. This is like running right into the show. Then I'd have 2 meals of steak and rice, 250 grams of steak, 150 grams of rice, or uncooked weight, not cooked weight.
Okay.
Uncooked.
Uncooked.
150 grams of rice uncooked. Yeah.
So
You
that's
have basically
120
100 grams of, you have basically 100 grams of carbs at least with each meal.
more.
Yeah. So yeah, carbs were anywhere between sort of 600 and 900 per day.
Lucky MF, huh?
Yeah. And for
Diet.
example, like cardio, so I just do like a 15-minute walk just around the street in the morning. And then my coach switched it to like the elliptical trainer, just increases the intensity. So we did 20 minutes of that, and then we had to stop because the weight came off too quick.
Holy hell.
With
So
6,000 calories. Lose
yeah,
weight.
so I don't struggle to get in shape. All we have to do is manage, because I get in shape so easy, is actually like balance my physique and manage my fullness, you know what I mean? So I don't drop too low. So normally I, like, for example, this year I was 260 pounds by 5 weeks out. No, 6 weeks out, I was 260 pounds. Still had some to come off, still had some hardness, still had some water, still a little bit of fat. But then when I reached the stage, I was 260 pounds peeled.
Yeah.
So like I get to a point where my body weight doesn't change, but I just get harder and drier and leaner. And it's good because I haven't got to like, although obviously you're still in a calorie deficit and you're still fatigued but I've, it gives me enough food to really sort of fuel my workouts.
You
Hey,
6,000, are you in the deficit?
that's what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
can't get that one.
You ate more on your diet for sure than I eat in off season, bro.
Yeah, I'm a
How,
bit of a like,
how can you be in a deficit with 6,000 calories?
well, like the weight I would drop,
Yeah.
up from like 10 weeks out, we'd be there and I'd drop like 1 to 2 pounds per week.
Uh, wasn't
Running that.
Dennis Wolf similar to this, Milos?
I mean, you know that I could not carb him up. There was a 5,000 grams of carbs in 3 days because I'm just looking at him and going through him. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit. So you make a plan, but then you come there. It's like, where did this food go? Like, he's flattened out. Like, okay,
yeah.
again and again and again and again. I didn't plan that, but when you have a chance to see it. So, but Louis, you're always close to the contest shape. I never seen you off.
No, to be fair, I'd go about I'd probably say, what am I like, so 215 could be two. So like 15 pounds above
Yeah.
stage weight, 20,
275.
20,
Yeah.
20 at 20 at a push.
Yeah, do you ever like measure your body fat just for a hell of it to find out?
No, I haven't measured my body fat for
I don't
years.
think I don't think you ever go over like you know,
6,
the 10.
7.
I'm thinking, okay. Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
normal for us was what? Off season around 8, 8,
Yeah,
9.
10-ish, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, some people just have it. I mean, some people got to eat not to lose weight, Some people can't eat so they can lose some weight, you
yeah.
know?
But like the one thing we have to do is like, we can't, like Milo said, he put like 5,000 grams of carbs in the Dennis and it didn't even touch the sides. That's why like I can't go flat, because if I go flat, I'm eating nearly,
No coming
800
back.
grams of carbs when I'm dieting. So when I try to carb up for a show, like there's just no coming back from it. So we have to sort of hold on to that fullness so we can run in the show without having to push crazy amounts of food,
Yeah,
impossible
so
amounts of food.
you just cruise into the show with the same diet, or you don't deplete and load and nothing like that.
Certainly don't deplete, because if I deplete, I can't get it back. We'll push the carbs up a little bit over the last few days, but they're already pretty
What do
high.
you do? You go to 500 grams a day?
They're already pretty high anyway, so
Yeah, okay. Tell listeners just to know. So what is the lowest amount of carbs you will go into the contest prep?
I think this year the lowest I went was just shy of 700.
That's a low day.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And I've been around for many years, but that's fucking crazy to me to say my low day is 700.
Yeah, I am a bit of a, there's not many, like that. But look, I've been with my coach for like 7 years, so he understands, because if I said that to most other people, they'd be like, "Don't be silly. What? You're dieting on 800 grams of carbs?" But my coach knows my body and knows like we can't we can't pull it down too much, otherwise there's no coming back from it. So we just cruise in through a prep.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Hey, that's a good way. That's a good way to do it, you know. So you don't suffer.
Yeah,
From
not
that.
as much. You know, I would, and I know you probably shouldn't, but you know,
I would probably.
I was hitting PBs in the gym 3 weeks out. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, come
Personal
on.
bests and stuff like that. You know, so probably shouldn't. You know, with that low body fat, but performance is always good when I'm on a prep. So
I swear, I would suffer from having to eat so much.
yeah,
If I had to eat that every day, then maybe back then I would be able to do it because I was hungry. But now I can't even imagine that you can eat that much and still be hungry.
yeah, like 6,000 calories, like 800 grams of carbs. I am like I can't wait for my next meal. Like I'm super hungry, which is good because otherwise it'd be a struggle to get down.
Yeah, you're lucky. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're looking at people. We're looking at people fucking suffering, talking about, yeah, man, I'm so hungry. And then you watch them eat like 200 grams of fish with 3 spears of asparagus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
This dude here eats a fucking half a pack of fucking oats, 150 grams, and throws some extra peanut butter and blueberries in.
Yeah.
That's my off season, 150 grams off season.
Yeah.
Literally off season. 6,000 is that was my own. That was mean off season. That's CC, and I was not. I didn't back then. I didn't really get fat either, but
No.
I can't. I wasn't 15 pounds over contest weight. I was way above that.
Mm.
yeah.
Milos can probably relate to that because he never went much higher than 15, 20 pounds over, if at all.
Yeah. I mean, I ate the same diet for 15 years straight. I mean, I have those journals and stuff. But now that you said, I mean, I was force feeding myself. I was eating every 3 hours. Like back in 1988, I had a midnight, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I had to have my, so much protein. I was averaging between 450 and 550 protein a day for 15
Whoa.
years straight.
Yeah.
And I have all those journals, right? Oh, no way, it's too much. Why would you? I said, "Well, what do you mean? I covered the base for protein. Okay. If I take in too much, what's going to happen? Glycogenic amino acids is going to convert into glucose, and so what? But what if I don't have enough? Okay, so you start with that bullshit, 1 gram per pound, and then 1 point. I went, okay, 2 grams per pound.
Yeah.
That's good for me. So I'm 100% sure. And then I throw in my carbs and fats. I was low fat, but I did pretty much higher carbs,
Mm.
but as Danny said, sometimes I would have to force feed myself.
Yeah.
I'm one of those smaller guys that I need to grow. I'm looking at that fucking chicken and rice, and I don't want it. You know what I mean?
I think force feeding yourself is sometimes harder than when you're like hungry on a prep.
100% for sure.
Yeah.
Milos should need to remind us sometimes that he should eat.
Yeah.
But that was after, more like after his career. He would go without food for 8 hours and don't even know that he didn't eat. Because I
Yeah.
remember that times.
Yeah.
Busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so man, I want to wrap this up because we had the time. So I wish you all the best, man. Get healthy, get back in the gym, start kicking ass, and we're looking forward to seeing you back on stage, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to 2026.
All right, my man. Go kick ass.
Take care, guys.
Peace.